In last video, we learned that how you can add vectors by graphical method, or you can say by diagrammatical method. But there are some analytical methods for vector addition. That means the mathematical methods to add vector, because vectors have direction. So we cannot just add them simply because direction matters. So the first law for vector addition is triangle law of vector addition. Now it is the same law that you learned day before yesterday in the previous video, that when you arrange two vectors in such a way, that arrowhead of one is with initial point of another vector, then the third side, or you can, when we draw the vector from initial to arrowhead of another, that was the resultant. Now this law is known as triangle law of vectors. Now what that means by statement, that if you arrange two vectors in such a way that they represent two sides of triangle. See, if we arrange two vectors in such a way that they represent two sides of triangle, then the third side of triangle, if you draw the third side of triangle, will be called as resultant vector. This is the triangle law of vector addition. So the statement is this you can write that if two vectors represent in magnitude and direction by two sides of triangle taken in same order, then their resultant is represented by a third side of triangle. But the important part is that they should be joined from arrowhead to initial point, the rule that was being told to you in the previous video. Suppose there are two vectors like this. I have made one is A vector and another is B vector. Suppose this is A vector and this one is your B vector. Now where will be the resultant? The third side of triangle will represent resultant vector. You can draw that resultant vector also. Now this is your R vector, right? You can give names also. I'm giving it name O. This is P, and this is Q, OPQ, right? Now you have to find the mathematical form to find this value of R vector. Now for that you have to do a construction. You have to project this outwards. This dotted lines are the construction here, right? Let this be E, and let this angle be theta. Right? You have to find value of R. This is, you have to find the mathematical form of R that you can solve. Now, if you see the right triangle OQE, if you see this triangle, if I use Pythagoras theorem, so by using Pythagoras theorem here, what I get, OQ square, that is hypotenuse, is equal to QE square plus OE square, right? Now, if you see the value of OE can be written as OP plus PE. So I will replace OE by OP plus PE. So this equation become QE square plus OE can be written as OP plus. So OE is replaced by OP plus PE. So it becomes OP plus PE whole square. Now for solving this, what you have to do, you have to use A plus B whole square also. So this can be written as OP square, that is A square, plus PE square plus 2 into OP into PE, plus you're left with QE square. Now let this be your first equation. Okay, let this be your first equation. See, there is one more right triangle over here, that is QPE, or you can say PQE. So I'm using next triangle, that is triangle QPE. Correct? Now, if you use Pythagoras theorem here, what you can see, QP square or PQ square is equal to QE square plus PE square. PQ square is equal to PE square plus QE square. PE square plus QE square. So till now I have used only two right triangles. That one was bigger one and another small one, and I'm using Pythagoras theorem here, right? With this help of this triangle, what you can do, you can find value of PE square. The value of PE square would be PQ square minus QE square. Let this be your second equation. Okay, let this be your second equation. Now you can substitute the value of PE square over here in first equation. So the first equation becomes OQ square is equal to OQ square is equal to OP square. So you can write OP square. So when you substitute the value of PE square in first equation, you get this equation. Now if you see, this QE square and this QE square would be cancelled. The equation now becomes OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square plus 2OP into PE. 2OP into PE. Now if you see this triangle PQE, if I put value of cos theta, if I try to find value of cos theta, cos is base by hypotenuse, that becomes PE base divided by hypotenuse, that is PQ, right? So the value of PE can be PQ cos theta. The value of PE can be PQ cos theta. This PE can be replaced by PQ into cos theta. So this equation becomes OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square plus 2OP, and PE can be written as PQ cos theta. What are the values of OQ, OP and PQ? See, OQ is R vector, OP is A vector, and PQ is B vector. So if you substitute these values, you get R square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. You get value of R square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this can be written as R is equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, and this is the formula of resultant by analytical method of vector addition. So this is triangle of vector addition, and the formula of resultant is under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. By knowing the value of A, B and theta, you find value of R, that is resultant vector.